There was a group in the 1960s called the Hippies who believed in freedom from conformity and spiritual awakening. They often rebelled against established traditions. Hippies evolved from the beatniks of the 1950s. The word hippie comes from hipster and was first used to describe beatniks who had moved into Greenwich Village in San Francisco's Haight-Ashbury district. The Beats adopted the term hip, and early hippies inherited the language and values of the beatnik generation.
On a typical basis, hippies would buy clothing from the flea markets and then design them by themselves. These clothes included jeans, peasant blouses, bell-bottom pants, and vests.
Most of these items were worn by both males and females. Hippie women rarely used any makeup. The way that they created these clothes were inspired by African, Latin, and Native American designs. Fashion in the 1960s mainly encouraged exhibitionism and wore free-spirited clothing. Women wore bold colors and see-through dresses showing off their bodies.
Flowers were very symbolic in the hippie movement. The hippies represented peace, and the flower was a symbol of peace. Nothing represented peace and love like a flower did, and so flowers were everywhere. Floral patterns were very popular on tops and dresses, as well as patches of them adorned on skirts and jeans. Flowers were also worn in hair as well as painted on the face. This is why, during the protest at Kent State, flowers were stuck into the soldiers' guns. Protests against the brutality and stupidity of the war in Vietnam started slowly, beginning in Berkeley, California in 1965. There were massive anti-Vietnam war marches, protests, sit-ins, and students' strikes in major cities and on college and university campuses across the country.
This changed on May 4th, 1970, when 4 peaceful student demonstrators at Kent State University in Ohio were murdered, these being Jeffrey Glenn Miller, Allison B. Krause, William Knox Schroeder, and Sandra Lee Schreier by Ohio National Guardsmen during a noontime campus anti-war rally. 9 other students were injured by being shot by these Ohio National Guardsmen on May 4th.
Nike.
August 15th, 1969, one of the most notable and surprising musical events in history. The Woodstock Music and Art Fair was advertised to be a weekend in the country, with a predicted 200,000 attendees. However, the truth of the matter was that word of the Countryside Music Festival spread exceptionally quick, and 200,000 attendees quickly exceeded 500,000. It's worth noting that only 186,000 tickets were sold for all 3 days of Woodstock. The chaotic nature of the festival prevented all forms of authority from holding rule. Life magazine described the chaotic event as not so much a music festival as it was an experience, a phenomenon, a happening, high adventure, a near disaster, and in a small way, a struggle for survival.
Among the sea of people were various groups enjoying a few joints, enhancing their musical experience with a bit of hallucinogens, or maybe even expressing their self-proclaimed right to free love. As for the actual festival, performances began at 5:07 p.m. on August 15th of 1969. Woodstock would then go on for 3 more days, featuring famous musical artists of the era such as Janis Joplin, The Who, Santana, Joe Cocker, and perhaps the most memorable performer of the bunch, Jimi Hendrix.
Something happened in here. Feels exactly where. There's a land with a God there. And got to beware. Said we stop, hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going on.
The hippie movement had emerged with a strong influence to young teens in the 1960s. The most common drug used by the hippies was LSD. This drug was inexpensive, making it easy to expand its usage among the group. Another very popular drug was marijuana. Hippies saw that their friends were getting high, so even though the drug was illegal, they didn't see any negative effects of it. They only knew it made them feel good. They took drugs to help them expand their minds, peacefully protest, and define their culture. Drug usage was a huge part of the hippie subculture.
Hippies had a very unique method of communicating. They used various slang terms to speak to one another. For example, a hot dog is a show-off, jelly roll is slang for heroin, a panty waist is a boy who does not have a tough personality, passion pit is a drive-in movie, ape means crazy or mad, and a bean wagon is a car driven by Mexican Americans. A scuzz is a disgusting person. Sweat parties are sex parties. Don't have a cow means don't be upset. And gone is under the influence of drugs.
Got this stuff in cherry condition. We're about to get zonked off our mind. This is that new song by the Fab Four. Oh, we're about to have an ape in here.
I don't know how to smoke weed. How do I do this?
What the? Don't be a downer. Just take it to your face and inhale. You can do this. You got it. You almost got it.
Come on, Sarah.
Sarah, don't be a Debbie Downer.
I'm about to whizzle.
Yo, cat.
Hang up, man.
This grass has me gone.
Oh man, the almighty grass.
You're a cool head, right, man?
Yeah, man. Watch how I hit it.
You decked out with that nice.
Oh,
You dig? Don't have a cow, but there's some heroin in that.
No,
Jelly roll,
There's some
man.
jelly roll in that, man. Sorry.
I'll give it back. This.
Yo, hit me up.
Pass.
Sarah, you can't be such a drag.
Neato, man. Hang tough.
Man, I just got balled by that whole bean wagon, man. I hope I don't have no little ones.
Dang.
Far out.
That's a bummer, man.
Groovy.
I would skedaddle.
Yo, I saw this panty waist at the Passion Pit the other day. What a hot dog, man.
Man, groovy.
I was catching some rays and the man bagged my jelly roll.
Far out, man. Groovy.
Nasty, man.
Gnarly.
Why are you so...
Selfie, man.
Modern day, like futuristic stuff.
What?
What is that, man?
No, you...
Yo, this scuzz who joined the sweat party almost got me PG.
You were at the sweat party, man. Why didn't you hit my line?
It was far out.
She was balling some other cat. Not you, man.
Oh, man.
Shit. Oh, no.
Okay!
What are you doing? Why are you hitting us? What? Oh, you're petting Sarah. Sarah. Beat? Beat? Beat?
It's on.
Pro 10.
He's just kidding.
What do you do?
Just kidding.
Okay. Protest. Okay.
Protest? Okay. Protest?
Okay.
I thought that was Gabbie talking. You're going.
Okay.
You go like this. You have to twist it. Like.
Okay, so like, I'm bringing my foot out with my hand. Like,
No, you're
like,
not. You're not bringing it right here.
Bitch, it don't make sense. I'm smoking dope in the Benz and money